Howdy ho, officer. We've had a doozy of a day. There we were just minding our own business, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these kids started killing themselves all over Haunted Phosphorescence. Everyone, this is Thoreau Smiling. I can't believe I'm standing in my very own vacation podcast. Who's joining me?
Guys, pickled eggs, a 6-pounder. I'm Josh Cece.
Hey, college kids, you want some of this? I'm Brian Lesh.
Hide all your sharp objects. I'm Alaric Weber.
And this is Haunted Phosphorescence, your spooky cast where we watch spooky movie. I'm gonna stop.
Spooky.
Ooh. We're gonna squeeze this one in before October's over. It's our last annual Spooktober movie, except for our monthly movie, which we'll also try to squeeze in here before October's over. But next week in the main feed, we'll be back with our regularly scheduled superhero movies. This show is brought to you by our patrons. Patrons like executive producers Michael Beckwith and Atticus Burkett. You want to be a patron too? Go to patreon.com/harmlessentertainment. I don't know why I said it that way. We've got a lot of bonus content there. We got Star Wars stuff.
I say you boys should. God.
Anyways, patreon.com/harmlessentertainment. If you want to throw us $1 a month, we would appreciate it, or even more. If you want to do more,
we'll take two.
We'll take more. We'll take whatever bucks you want to give us. All the bucks.
We'll do that old soft shoe.
Yes. This week, though, on Haunted Phosphorescence, we are watching Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, Jesus.
Did you see the way those guys looked at us?
Who wants to go skinny dipping?
No.
We got your friend!
They captured Allison.
Oh, it's the pancakes. You hate pancakes. I'm gonna make you something else.
What am I doing here?
Fell into the water. I dove in and rescued you.
We'll go find your friends. You should relax. Tucker and Dale are on the case.
What is this place?
It's just a cabin. It doesn't mean they're psycho killers.
Then why don't you go in there and talk to them?
All right. Maybe I will. I said maybe.
Dale, what are you doing?
Digging a shitter hole.
You mind if I help?
He's making her dig her own grave.
There's no rules out here. It's us against them.
Oh, good. Look, your friends are here.
You okay? Run! Run for your lives!
Saw your friend up there. He must be allergic to bees or something because he was running like a bat out of hell.
This is a suicide pact. These kids are coming out here and they're killing themselves all over the woods.
Oh, my God, that makes so much sense. The girl that we have, she can maybe explain the whole thing.
You've got another one inside.
Oh, she's in my bedroom.
Heads up.
Oh, you gotta take the safety off on the side there.
Don't do that.
Oh! Start being more careful!
Time to die, freak.
Stop the rope!
Don't use that.
All right, look, I'm gonna wedge it from that side and you pull him out.
Oh, take it off! Get it off me! No, face on the top!
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. This movie is so good.
I love it.
It's like a horror of errors.
Yeah,
it shows us all those deaths.
I know. It did.
There's no secret to what this movie is.
Yeah, no, there's no twist. It is what it is.
But it's not real clear from that trailer that it is the comedy of errors that that it is.
Yeah.
That I was talking about, which, but then it constantly is. It's like a horror version of a Three's Company episode. Like if people heard the beginning of a conversation or the end of a conversation, they would understand. Mr. Furley only heard
I'm
that
going to
much.
kill Jack if he doesn't put the milk
Clean
back in
up.
the fridge.
Exactly. Oh no, she's going to kill Jack.
This movie was released into theaters September 30th, 2011. It had a running time of 89 minutes. It cost $5 million, and it made $5.5 million. So it wasn't really a hit.
Weaker.
Yeah, it did pretty well, I think, in probably on DVD.
What month did this come out? Was this in October?
It was September 30th. So yeah, kind of in October.
Yeah. 2010.
Yeah, well, it was in Sundance and TIFF and South by Southwest in 2010, but it wasn't released into wide release until September of 2011.
Gotcha.
And speaking of the box office and dates, I think we should play the box office top 10 game.
I thought you were inviting us to the movies.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Dateland.
We're gonna have a 4-way movie date, guys.
Or wait, we have done that before.
Yeah.
I still think of that pain in the ass, guys.
Oh my god.
Still mad about the guy at Star Wars. I'm still just mad about Star Wars.
I'm not mad about him. I want to know how he got up to that seat if he couldn't move his feet.
Right.
She carried you 4 rows up?
She looked like a strong woman.
If the answer was yes, I would have bought that.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil opened at number 45. So it didn't do great. They only opened it into 30 theaters, so I don't know what that's about.
I don't feel like I heard about it until like it was on TV.
Well, DVD, yeah. I mean, I had to rent it, but
I definitely saw the trailer.
I think I rented it.
But I don't remember for what. Like if it was for the DVD release or the theater. Like I don't know.
I don't remember it in theater. I wasn't aware of it.
My buddy owned this on DVD, and we would sit and get stoned and watch it.
I don't think I saw it until probably 2013 or 14. But
I guess you never forget
the first time.
Yeah.
So all right, I am going to describe the top 10 movies of the week for the week of September 30th, 2011. Guys here are going to try to guess what movie I'm describing based on the Box Office Mojo description, which I'm saying, except when I leave out whatever words I feel like leaving out. You ready to play, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Number 10 this week. Healthcare professionals, government officials, and everyday people
That's the tapestry that makes our country.
Find themselves in the midst of a pandemic as the CDC works to find a cure.
Outbreak with what's her face from?
No, that's much earlier.
Not Outbreak.
That's one with the monkey with.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman
That was-
and the Outbreak monkey.
World War Z.
Not World War Z. No.
Oh.
No, it's not a zombie movie. It is just a regular sick movie.
What's the woman's name from? Regular sick movie from Titanic.
Yes,
It's, Rose from Titanic.
Yeah.
I watched
Kate
Chicken
Winslet.
Pox, the movie.
We got Larry Fish.
So you better say it.
Born.
Burn.
I was saying Boo Earns.
Catherine Hepburn.
Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Matt Damon. Yeah.
I thought you said Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Virus.
It's called Contagion.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I watched this the first week of COVID lockdown.
Oh, fuck.
I think I caught that.
The first week of COVID was so quaint. Like,
Yeah.
really, it was like a couple weeks. We'll all be out of here. We'll watch some movies, drink some wine during the day. It'll be fun.
We were like rattling pans at each other in New York. We were watching it on the internet at our houses everywhere else.
Celebrities were singing John Lennon songs. Woman is N-word of the world.
I know. Why didn't they do that one?
Yeah, that was when things started to
Why
turn
are rich
sour.
people telling me to imagine a life for you?
Wasn't everybody started to get mad at Gal Gadot because she was the first person in the video?
Yes, it wasn't her idea.
They're like, choose the. Oh, never mind. I won't finish that. But yeah, imagine
if you would.
Imagine
Please.
you rich people.
Yeah. Number 9 this week, when his mentor is taken captive by a disgraced Arab sheik, as opposed to like a disgraced Japanese sheik. A killer for hire is forced into action. His mission, kill 3 members of Britain's elite special air service responsible for his son's deaths.
Taken
Whoa.
3.
Jesus Christ. So this stars Jason Statham, Clive Owen, and Robert De Niro. And the tagline is, "May the best man live." It's called Killer Elite. I have never heard of this movie.
Same.
Yeah. There was definitely no superhero movies out during these months, so this is kind of like a fresh slate for us, box office top 10 wise. Opening this week at number 8. A woman looks back at the past 19 men she's had relationships with in her life and wonders
all right.
if one of them might be her one true love. Rom-com. OMG. Rom-com, yeah. Starring Anna Faris and Chris Evans.
The one that got away.
No, the 19...
That's a great... I thought you had that.
The 19 Men is a kind of a hint as to the name.
I see.
Top 20. 19 kids and counting.
19 going on 30. No.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
You're like 28 counting handies.
Well, you do 2 of those at once.
Sleeping with all 19.
If you go tip to tip, you can do 4.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah. The weird algorithm they were running.
Yes.
Lucky
It's
19?
called What's Your Number?
Oh. Yeah.
Number 7 this week. A young man sets out to uncover the truth about how many movies are about a young man who sets out to uncover the truth about his life after finding his baby photo on a missing persons website. The young man, Taylor Lautner was the guy. They were like, maybe he's a star.
Milk?
No. God damn it.
Harvey Milk.
Barton.
Barton Milk.
This is the most generic fucking movie ever.
What was his character's name in Twilight?
Mike Paul? I don't know.
He was Hot Wolf Boy.
Teen Wolf.
Was it Jason? No. Jared? No.
Jacob.
Thank you.
Joey Jojo.
Joey Jojo Jabadoo.
The stupid name.
Joey Jojo.
Did you know that Bart's middle name is Jojo?
Oh, yeah, that's what the J stands for.
J. Oh, yeah.
But our dog, her name is Willow, and of course, you never call your dog by their names. I've gotten to the point where I'm calling her Willis, but not just that, because Moon calls her Willow Bean. So I'll call her Willis T. Bean, and she asked me what the T stood for, and I was like, Tiberius.
Of course.
Willis Tiberius Bean.
It's always Tiberius, yes.
This movie's called Abduction. Yeah,
okay.
It looks lame. Don't watch it. At number 6. It's the first time I've offered opinion on one of the box office top 10 movies like that.
Don't watch it.
Number 6. Soon after moving into their seemingly idyllic new home, a family learns of a brutal crime committed against former residents of the dwelling. It wasn't us, it was them. I assume there's ghosts. I don't know.
This isn't Haunted Hill or
We got Daniel Craig, Naomi Watson, Rachel Wise.
Oh, The Haunting of Hill House or Hill House? Didn't they
No,
remake that a couple
that
times?
was Liam Neeson. I don't think they.
Ryan Reynolds was in that too, wasn't he?
Wait,
no?
they did
No,
another
he was
one?
in Amity. No, he was in
Amityville. You're right.
Did they
I
do
thought
one?
they did do.
Did they
a
do
new
one between the Netflix series and the Liam Neeson one?
Oh,
My
no.
real
I guess
question,
not.
though, is-
I thought you meant from like the 90s.
Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz were on this. They didn't meet there, did they?
I don't know. Let me go ask him. Let me text Daniel and find out.
So I'm too busy imagining. I'm too busy imagining them having sex.
Oh well, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen Ted Lasso.
It's called Dream House. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems fine.
Also opening this week, inspired by a true story, a comedy centered on a 27-year-old guy who learns his cancer diagnosis and his subsequent struggle to beat the disease.
50-50?
Yep, 50-50.
This
Yeah.
is
Seth Rogen and Jason.
Joseph
Joseph.
Gordon-Levitt. JGL, yeah.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah. Young
This
Bruce Willis.
This and the Kumail Nanjiani movie are about people getting cancer and not dying.
Yeah. I mean,
you sound disappointed.
How dare you?
Don't go to movies to watch people survive.
The real killer was.
That's right. Also opening this week at number 4. What the fuck is this movie? When a tragedy strikes close to home, 4 police officers struggle with their faith and their roles as husbands and fathers. Together, they make a decision that will change all their lives. This is a Jesus movie. It's a Jesus movie.
Officer Christ.
Attorney at law.
Oh, from the creators of War Room, Overcomer, and Fireproof. I'm the Overcomer.
That feels like a working title that nobody corrected.
Right. This is the 10th anniversary release
of that movie?
Yes, of this movie. Apparently.
Okay.
It's called Courageous.
Oh, I thought it was Serpentco.
It's Courageous. And it stars 4 dudes you've never heard of.
I'm making decisions you don't care about.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed they didn't give us their names in the description.
Yeah.
I know, usually they do. Like, Kevin finally gets his shit together. Good for him.
Only to find out Lisa doesn't care.
And she's been killing his friends. Lisa.
Number 3 this week. A young heir to a throne and his father are targeted by his bitter uncle who wants the throne for himself.
The Lion King?
Yes. The Lion King 3D.
Hamlet?
3D release.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
you can't
I mean, The Lion King was just Hamlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That was a secret.
and The Little Mermaid was just the Carol Burnett show. At number 2.
Imagine if Tim Conway and Harvey Korman were in The Little Mermaid. Imagine that for a minute. Do yourself a fucking favor.
At number 2. Oakland A's general manager Billy Beane's successful attempt to assemble a baseball team on a lean budget by employing computer-generated analysis to acquire new players.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Moneyball.
Moneyballs.
Moneyball.
Daddy Moneyballs.
Moneyball is
How to
It's
ruin
the-
a sport in 10 days.
yeah.
I never saw that. That was a hit.
It was a good
Yeah.
movie. It's
Yeah,
Made
Star
people
Wars.
be
is in
like,
it.
ooh, Jonah Hill.
yeah. Jonah
Yeah.
Hill
Yeah.
took like a really small paycheck so that he could like get like the prestige because he was Jonah
He got
Hill. And
nominated, I believe.
yeah,
And I think Brad Pitt took a pay cut on that too to make sure that it got made.
Yeah.
They were all inside a
Yeah.
Moneyball, inside a Moneyball,
It's Moneyballs all the way down.
all the way down. Everyone's taking a pay cut.
But the number one movie of the week is a story centered on the friendship between a boy and a dolphin whose tail was lost in a crab trap.
Yeah, Dolphin
Crab
tail.
trapping boy.
with Reed Richards, right?
Yeah, it is a dolphin tale with starring Harry Connick Jr., Ashley Judd, Chris Christopherson, and Morgan
I'm thinking-
Freeman.
Jeez.
Harry Connick Jr.
I hope to
is
God
now who I
They
want to be
sang.
Reed
I
Richards.
hope Morgan Freeman voices the dolphin.
I think he was in that Miracle movie about the whale stuck in the ice. But yeah, I'm with you. They could have. I hope they formed a band in between takes.
Right. Woo. That is.
I'm sure he demands a piano is on set with every movie he makes.
Yeah.
Who?
Morgan
Harry
Freeman.
Connick Jr. No,
Oh, Harry Connick.
Actually,
Hey,
yeah.
I bet Morgan plays an instrument, and if not,
Yeah.
that voice can sing. He's the front man.
Oh yeah. Judd. She's come
Yeah,
from a
she's a
long
Judd.
line. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They got to start to know where to fold them if they're gonna be on that set.
The highway people.
That is the box office top 10 game, which brings us to the production of Tucker and Dale versus Evil. This movie was written and directed by Eli Craig, with screenplay credit going to Morgan Jurgensen as well. This is his first directorial movie, but he did a lot of acting, like a lot of like guy in background acting. He was in The Rage, Carrie 2, Space Cowboys. He also played the cameraman at the beginning of the movie that gets killed in the
it's
pre-credits.
always cool. That's got to be a horror trope being
Yeah.
in your own movie.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his face?
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So he mostly seems to have been kind of a B-list actor. Him and his buddy Jurgensen came up, wrote this script, shopped it around, got it made. There isn't a whole lot of background to that. It was not much of a story.
What was it? Magnet Productions or something? Is that
Yeah, it's
like the distribution?
Magnet Releasing. Yeah. So which is now Magnolia. Yeah, they have there's 7 different production companies. They got a lot of budget. It was a $5 million movie. Alan Tudyk's the biggest star in it. They had 5 different production companies. So, they worked the system. They got it made, and good for them.
Tyler Labine was up and coming at the time.
She was up and coming. I still think Tudyk was probably the biggest name.
He.
Oh, Tyler.
Who's Tyler Labine?
Oh, the
Dale.
Dale.
Oh,
Yes, he was.
yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
was in that one Devil Capturing Souls TV show for a while.
Yeah.
He was also in what was it, like Postcards from Tucson or Sons of Tucson?
Oh,
he was in a lot of really short run
yeah.
shows.
He was. Well, and his we'll get to him in a minute. Eli
Okay,
Craig,
sorry.
the director.
Yeah.
But went on. The only movie he's made since then is that Adam Scott movie that was straight to Netflix. I think it was straight to Netflix. It's called Little Evil.
Yeah.
Where there's the Damien.
It's the Omen, but
Yeah. Yeah, Adam
Wow.
Scott and Evangeline Lilly.
is it like a funny version of The Omen?
Yeah, it's a comedy
Yeah.
version.
Oh.
Adam Scott's stepson is
and
is
he
Damien, basically.
yeah,
I love
but
that.
And he looks like Damien, but he also looks more like Bon Scott from AC/DC.
Yes, he does. It's like okay, yeah. So then it stars as we said, Tyler Labine. He's been working in TV since 1991 is his first credit. So
Taylor Labine, you said?
yeah.
He was like Kevin Smith was in his corner.
Mm.
I think even Kevin Smith produced Reaper. I heard him.
Reaper.
Reaper.
That's
was
what
the
I
show,
recognized him
yeah.
from. Yeah.
Yeah, but
was
so like
muted, I heard it all.
throughout the 90s, he was like in Who's Afraid? Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Commish. He played Stoner in an X-Files episode.
Of course he did.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of that shit. He was let's see. He was in 8 episodes of something called Action Man, which it's a wow. Oh my God, that was a CGI animated series based on the action figure Action Man from the 50s.
All right, I take back what I just said.
Wow. Dead Last, he was the lead character in, which was from the WB. That was kind of trying to be a Dawson's Creek kind of show. He had a lot of failed series. 22 episodes of something called Invasion.
Evasion.
He was in, oh my God, the Mad Love TV show that was based, I think, off the Drew Barrymore movie with Robin. What's his? Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal Practice. He had so many failed sitcoms.
Animal Practice.
Animal Practice. He played a vet.
Makes Animal perfect.
Yes. Oh my God. He revisited his role of Stoner in the X-Files reboot in 2016.
Fantastic.
He was in Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, the TV series.
I think he's pretty good. I mean, I don't necessarily think all these failed projects are indicative of his talent.
No, he's
great as Dale.
He is. He absolutely is.
The fact that he keeps getting calls, yeah.
He's a funny guy, and apparently, by all accounts, him and Alan Tudyk hit it off so well that they would just stay in character like after the shoot ended and just riff off each other just to make each other laugh.
I feel like if you can't get, I don't know, like what kind of monster? It's your problem if you can't get along with Alan Tudyk,
right?
He's a national treasure. It'd be like Michael J. Fox. Like you came home at the end of the day, like, I got into it, Michael J. Fox. It's like, what did you do?
Yes, what did you do to Michael J. Fox?
Yeah. Well, he started. No, he didn't.
I'm trying to think. I know we've had Alan Tudyk in some of the movies we've done, but I can't figure out which ones.
His voice in
Star Wars.
Rogue One.
We saw him in Rogue One.
We talked about him in Rogue One. That is on the patreon.com/harmlessentertainment.
What was the? Did anyone watch the? It was a one season. Alan Tudyk was not. He was like Bruce Wayne's cousin. And he
was
ran
animated.
No, it's not animated. It was live action. There was one season of it. He owned a company that built devices for civilians to protect themselves from like superhero events.
Huh. I kind of want to know. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that he builds and sells bats, so that the people of Gotham can fill with different either chemicals or substances.
And he lived in a different city, though. Hang on, it was not that long ago, so it should be relatively easy to find if Alan Tudyk wasn't in everything.
Yeah, literally everything. Oh my God. So.
He was in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in Doom Patrol.
And he was Danger Boat in The Tick.
Pirate Steve.
He's done the voice of the Joker also, right?
Yes. He's the voice of the Joker in Harley Quinn. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not like a socialist. I am a socialist. Batman's Bruce Wayne.
Bruce, the bad guy in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. He always plays like an animal or a bird in like Disney movies. What's funny is he voiced a role just called Quail in 3:10 to Yuma. I'm wondering if he literally did quail sounds in 3:10 to Yuma.
I wonder. I watched that movie. I don't know if I remember him.
Do you remember a quail?
I think he's one of the other prisoners because they're escorting a couple of guys.
And one of them's a quail.
It's only a voice role. He was not on screen.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. He may have he may literally have voiced a quail in 3:10 to Yuma.
It's fucking dope. That's a paycheck
to
talk about.
Right. Katrina
quail check.
Katrina Bowden as Allison. She's probably best known as Liz Lemon's assistant on 30 Rock. What was her name in that?
Surrey.
That's right. She was 17 years old when she started 30 Rock.
Wow. You could tell.
Yeah.
Surrey, you really need to wear a bra. No, I don't. See, they just kind of...
Oh my God, that show's amazing.
So I found the Alan Tudyk show. It was called Powerless.
Is that the one with the what is that young girl's name? Oh, she's not young anymore, but she was when I was a kid.
I don't know. It had Vanessa Hudgens.
Hudgens, thank you. That one.
Danny Pudi was in it. Ron Funches.
Oh my God.
It was a great cast.
Do any of you guys watch Mythic Quest?
No.
Danny Pudi is amazing in that. He's playing the anti-Abed. It's just
at some point someone's going to make a show about characters that live in a superhero universe, and it's going to work. And it's going to be like gangbusters.
Yeah,
because
Powerless should have worked. It was a fun show.
Powerless. There was the one they were going to make for the Marvel Universe 2 that was unrelated, but what was that called? About damage control.
Show. Yeah, something from a regular person's point of view.
Muted. Yeah, damage control.
Yeah.
If they made Marvels, like if they adapted Marvels, that would be epic. Because that was from the point of view of a photographer over like decades.
Yeah.
That would probably have to be like a miniseries. Something like
it would be fascinating. It starts with the original Human Torch, like the first.
So
the scientists buried him underground.
Oof. Katrina Bowden has most recently been playing Florence Flo Fulton on The Bold and the Beautiful since 2019. So her career maybe isn't what it used to be.
So she's now doing soaps.
Yeah.
I didn't know soaps were so a thing.
Yeah, apparently, The Bold and the Beautiful.
We all just watch true crime now.
Yeah. Jesse Moss played Chad. His name's Chad.
And he's such a Chad.
He is.
What is he in?
Well, Chicks 24/7.
His first credit was 1991's The Magic Trolls and the Troll Warriors.
Oh, of course, that's where I recognize him from.
Weather's moving. I don't know. Tiny Troll and the Trollmen Trolls.
He did a lot of kid voice work in the 90s. And then Final Destination 3 he was in. He was in Ginger Snaps. Yeah. Ginger Snaps was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Does it say how tall he is on the IMDb page?
It does not.
5 apples.
I need to know.
It doesn't tell me why. Are you thinking he's real short or
it doesn't tell me why?
I literally think that he was typecast as a Tom Cruise type.
Oh yeah.
He's 5'7".
Yes.
He would be short.
He's a little guy.
Come here, you little pocket rocket.
Well, because I assume this woman that was on 30 Rock is probably like 5'11".
She's tall.
Yeah.
Or she seems tall in the show.
She's
trickery.
Yeah.
Gabe seems tall.
Because Tina Fey's pretty tall, right?
I think she's average height.
I don't know.
Katrina Bowden is 5'9".
Al,
okay.
Do you have a spreadsheet with the heights?
It's on IMDb. It's under personal.
Yeah,
details.
it's in Wikipedia, but it's funny.
Does that
Does that also
cross-reference Wiki Feet? Can you get some feet pictures up there too?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So that Jesse Moss mostly seems like since he's been an adult, does a lot of horror stuff. After this, he was in 13 Eerie. which is a Canadian horror film.
He does angry, panicky.
Gotta get out of here, eh?
Well,
in 2014, he starred in Wolf Cop.
That's a
I
funny
thought that
movie.
was going to be Wolf Cock, but
Yeah.
you know,
And
can't
But
win 'em all.
then, can't win them all.
2020, he made it onto Supergirl
Yeah.
on the CW. Just 2 episodes. Not a big character name.
And
He's
in
not a bad
Bates.
guy or something.
Richard
A little-
Bates.
Put a little kryptonite in her drink, and you can end up on.
he's been
Supergirl.
doing a lot of Hallmark movies the last few years, it looks like.
Brian.
Huh.
It's best
wait.
to ignore me.
He was in a TV miniseries, just 1 episode called "Murder She Baked."
That sounds open and shut.
So, what is the premise of Murder She Baked?
Yeah, they have
Uh,
a baker in it.
Bakery cafe owner Hannah is also an amateur sleuth solving murders.
Oh, she doesn't have like a column with like a recipe thing in the newspaper.
Apparently not.
Yeah, does she have a background in murder
Does
or
she-
in baking?
Does she bake
Which does she
cakes
know more
about the
about?
murder? Like, is it like?
Because Angela Lansbury was a crime writer, which made her good at being a sleuth.
Yes. What
Maybe
does a
she's been
baker know?
murdering people with her cakes and confections. This
She's
whole
like,
time.
I was a murderer, but you know, I decided I like baking.
You can
And
do
I
both.
use my
A person-
murder skills
a
to be
person-
a better baker.
A person can do
and
2
my bake-
things.
That's right. A person can be good at 2 things at
Um,
once.
So yeah, we got Cheelin Simmons as Chloe. I didn't remember any of the
Yeah.
girls' names, by the way. Any
I
of
didn't
the names-
recognize anyone
outside of Chad or Allison. I didn't remember any name
Yeah.
of the
Same
teen
here.
or the college
Uh,
kids.
Chloe. Was one
I
of
tracked
the
them,
smokers.
so
Okay, well, let's kind of run through them.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to go through all of them. The sheriff was played by Philip Granger. Let's see. He was mostly known for this. Oh, he was in Lucifer.
He looked like I was supposed to know who he was, and so I felt like I did.
He's very much a character actor. He's been working for years and years. He's been in like every TV show ever, like Mantis, The Commish, Martini Ranch.
that goes back.
What?
That's like a drink you get at Cracker Barrel.
Right. Oh, he
Martini Ranch.
I'd like a ranch
Can-
martini, please.
Can I get my fries with a martini ranch?
I'd like that dirty.
It's just-
it is.
It's just ranch and vodka.
I called the lawnmower. Yeah, that's great.
Can I get my martini with blue cheese instead?
Actually, a garlic, an olive with some blue cheese.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
that-
Really brings the ranch out.
Rounding out our cast, we had Christy Lang as Naomi, Travis Nelson as Chuck, Alex Arsenault as Todd, as some other teens, and Weezer as Jengers the dog.
That was just.
Oh, I thought the band Weezer was in this movie. So.
They did. All 4 of them got into a suit and played the dog. There's not much else to say about the movie. You know, I can't believe
There
I
was-
got that laugh. All right.
There was a sequel in talks, but after they wrote it, it was disappointing, and so they just didn't go through
Right.
with
The
it.
sequel was supposed to be called, it was not a horror movie. Well, it was. It was called Tucker and Dale Go to Yale. And it was described as Goodwill Hunting meets the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Sold. I'm in. Okay.
Plus Legally Blonde.
I could see this being a series, though. Like, I could
Oh,
see
yeah.
them, Tucker and Dale, wind up catching an alien in their backyard or something.
Yeah, it would have to be changed enough.
Yeah.
Because the circumstances in this all line up. So,
Well,
so like you just said, aliens, or when they go to college, there's maybe something slightly different.
Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk are so good together. I just want to see them doing stuff.
They really temper each other in fun ways too. Yeah.
There's genuine affection, you can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just acting.
What was it recently where Alan Tudyk and Matt Damon were? Did we watch that movie recently? They played they were rednecks in like one scene. I feel like it was a superhero movie. What was that?
Oh, Thor. It was in a Thor movie, right?
Yeah.
Was that
or series? No, it was
a movie.
They were sitting in the truck. Oh, it was Logan, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Logan. It was
MCU.
Was it MCU? I know it was superhero.
I thought there was something super. Yeah,
I know it's a superhero one, but I don't know what. What was it? Was it like Shazam or something?
Oh, it's Deadpool. It's Deadpool because Cable drinks their beer.
That's right, where Cable comes. I'm wondering if
where Cable shows up.
I'm wondering if Matt Damon was supposed to originally be Tyler Labine and it was like a Tucker and Dale thing because they were rednecks.
Huh. Yeah, Matt Damon has a big Joe Dirt mullet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would accept recasting him as Matt Damon. I would totally.
Well, yeah.
Another Tucker versus Dale, or Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and he just
versus Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Tucker and Dale versus Ben Affleck.
We just explained it away that he joined a CrossFit gym or something after that experience.
And they fight Mecha Ben Affleck.
Mecha Ben Affleck.
What was the South Park Mecha? Oh, Barbara Streisand, right?
Yeah. Ben Affleck is like the most put upon man who's worth like $750 million. He's just like, Jesus Christ.
I love him though. You know what?
Oh yeah,
he is just every time I see him in an interview.
Phantoms.
Yeah, I still think back to him calling Bill Maher to the mat for Islamophobia though. Just
good.
Yeah, one of my favorite Ben Affleck moments.
I will never.
Oh, my favorite was like when he was on Politically Incorrect, and remember Michelle Bachmann, the witch masturbating lady. Yeah, Ben Affleck called her out too.
It was him.
Then.
Him and Mos Def were the two that just like stood up and were like, "Whoa!" I'll never forget that moment.
Right.
I will
He's
never
talking about the evils of jerking off. Yeah, something was going on. Yeah.
I will never forget when he called out Michael Bay on
Armageddon.
Yeah. Why don't we teach these astronauts
how to drill instead of teaching the drillers how to fly a spaceship?
There's real quick. There's a drug history from the last season that they made about this doctor, I think John or James Lilly, but the guy who first wrote the book about dolphins and how intelligent they were. And SETI and Carl Sagan personally gave this dude money to, communicate with dolphins. And he was the guy that ended up giving LSD to the dolphins and took it himself and everything.
The dolphins?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, jerking them off. And then one chick supposedly.
It's a fine line.
But in the drug history, it's hilarious because Carl Sagan shows back up. He's like, "You fucking idiots. I gave you money to try to figure out what their language is. I didn't pay you to teach dolphins English." Motherfucker. And I definitely didn't tell you to give them acid. It's Duncan Trussell who's telling it, and he's a psychedelic hero. But anyway, I just love that.
Tucker and Dale is 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. I have a few Letterboxd reviews here.
Where's the one guy that's like lame
5 stars?
I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a gay 5-star.
I'm gonna start planting these so we've got.
Oh, that's true. That was 2010.
Yeah. So all right. Marshall writes, this is entertaining to watch, but realistically would be traumatizing to live through.
So would Close Encounters of the Third. So would Goonies.
So
if you
would all
stop
the
for a
movies.
minute.
5 stars.
All the movies. 5 stars.
And Zach Brain writes, comedy, 1 star. No punctuation, no capital, just
Almost
the word
a warning sign.
comedy.
Turn around now.
like a horror acolyte. They like live and die by horror movies.
Yeah, maybe it was a warning. Don't even
I think
bother.
that's the same. I think that's the same guy that does the gay 5-star.
That's how he started.
Comedy 1-star.
Gay
It's
5-star
just-
comedy.
Those are his extremes. It's
Yep.
Where
comedy
do
or
you
gay.
fall on the gay to comedy spectrum?
Right here, somewhere between Rip Taylor.
Oh, and Leslie Jordan, rest in peace.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Leslie.
That's about it for the background on Tucker and Dale. You guys ready to jump into the movie?
Ready to jump in the wood chipper.
Sack up, Billy.
Here we go. This is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. We open on a news story. A reporter and her cameraman are investigating the crime scene and they get murdered. Right quick.
She's talking about a Peabody Award. That's what I would when I'm done. Did you bring the flashlight? No, but I brought my Peabody nomination.
So I have a question right off the bat. Does this connect to the rest of the story in any way besides being in the house?
Well, they're at
does.
the end of the movie. This reporter and cameraman are at the end of the movie, so.
Oh.
Yeah. At the beginning, I was trying to, after having seen it a couple times before, I saw this scene again, and I thought, wait, where does this fall in the movie? So it's like, this is after everything. This is like taking place while
they're in the hospital.
Alan Tudyk, yeah, they're in the hospital. So, spoiler alert: Chad lives.
That's the sequel. Chad lives.
Hanging Chad.
This is nothing like Florida 2000 election jokes.
I know. It feels like a lame version of We Didn't Start the Fire. Like that would be included.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to fit a pregnant Chad in there somewhere.
Michael Jackson's really bad. Hanging Chad.
You know, I was thinking the other day of all the stuff that would have to be added to that song if it was to be updated. And also how if Rock and Rolla Cola Wars is what he can't take anymore, what would 9/11 and COVID have made?
Yes, I know.
I mean, we can still ask Billy Joel.
That's right.
I hope that every time he does press, people are like, "So, what would you write about this?"
He's like, I don't know, like
4 minutes of plausible deniability,
like the
half of his entire generation.
Like, the real life road rules challenge. I can't take it anymore.
I know.
Same.
I would be like, eh.
So we get a title card. We meet a group of college kids driving up to the woods in Appalachia.
Appalachia.
There.
Where the fishborns run.
Well, and they're driving an early 2000s or late 90s Suburban, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, on the budget.
And I mean, like they're doing all the tropes. The kid who's like, it's my dad's truck, only I can drive it. Like every kid only has one aspect to their personality.
Yeah, one guy brought one joint.
Yes. And they're all
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Suddenly they're like hot blondes, like, oh, I'm listening.
Do they have a cabin?
You're near.
No, they're just camping.
No, they're just camping.
Yeah.
They never get a chance to.
So what's interesting is if you look at it from the point of view as Tucker and Dale are the protagonists rather than the teens, then they do go through all of the tropes. They get warned off by the cop about the danger. So that if Tucker and Dale are the protagonists, they do hit all the actual story beats from your wrong turn.
Yeah, all those beats.
Yeah.
And then again, Al said it earlier. It is a comedy of errors. That's
absolutely, yeah.
That's the thread. It's through the entire thing. But like, if you walked into a room and two people were talking, they would stop talking and look at you. It's just one dude has on a wife beater and has been sweating for weeks. The other looks like Tucker.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just those little sort of even misconceptions. Like they're staring at him as they walk in. That happens everywhere.
Yeah.
The little things. It's just great. Beer's in the back. It is in the back, but that's a creepy way to say it.
Also, I'm pretty sure that guy's never been in a convenience store before.
Right.
Like,
the beer's always in the back.
You can see the cooler from the door.
Yeah. Well, why is Dale holding a scythe while he walks up to talk to them?
Well, yeah, all their tools are necessary once you understand, but it's hilarious, the list. They even condoms and feminine pads are out there, so those two are a little. But I'm sure you could use those somehow.
To staunch bleeding, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, condoms are better than.
If you like cut your hand, you like wrap a feminine pad around it and then a condom on top.
Honestly, dude, if you didn't have anything else, if you cut your hand in a restroom at a CD,
tampons are pretty effective for bullet wounds.
They are.
Absolutely.
You shove it in there.
Yeah, they're gauze that they charge you more money for, and it sticks to your underwear. Take it from me.
So they get creeped out by Tucker and Dale. They almost run into him. That's not really Tucker and Dale's fault. Then they stop at the general store for beer. They get creeped out by the same hillbillies, but then we meet them. It's Tucker and Dale. Dale is quite taken with the college girls, but when Tucker finally talks him into approaching them, he comes across as creepy, and the college guys yell at him, and then they run off.
He comes across as murdery. He has a scythe, and he says to him, and if you can't think of anything to say, just smile and laugh.
Smile and laugh.
And that smile and laugh, I feel like he was going to wear somebody's skin.
He's holding
he's holding a scythe, and he walks up and says, "You going camping?"
It's just an awkward dude. He's not a murderer.
Tucker and Dale get back in the truck. We get to know him. Dale's shy. Tucker encourages him to go after what he wants.
I'm shy. Yeah, the ongoing therapy that they have. It's just so endearing and so real. But then also there's the, power structure.
Yeah.
You gotta take what but then constantly
like
it's the Fred and Barney, Laurel and Hardy kind of thing. Like, I'm looking out for you, but don't you pull any fast ones, barn.
Yeah, exactly. They get stopped by the local sheriff for a broken tail light.
He's drinking beer in the car while he's driving around.
Yeah.
Although I have a feeling that in backwoods Appalachia, that's like, the sheriff's like, it's beer, okay.
Well,
I mean, in a lot of rural places.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to say about the sex.
Oh,
yeah, it would have been the sheriff getting head.
Oh. Well, that too.
Yeah, let's not make fun of hillbillies.
Yeah.
They're going to get TV soon and find out.
They already got TV. How do you think?
How did we get here?
How do you think everything that's just happened?
They have Wi-Fi, but he's a guy that lives. That's his name.
It's just they've got one guy with a phone, and he keeps yelling at everyone else what's happening on it.
What's happening? It's like somebody told him the news, and he's relaying it to you.
So yeah, we've Tucker and Dale are on their way up to their vacation home. They bought a cabin together and are planning to fix it up. They arrive at the cabin. They're excited by it, even though it's not in good shape. And there's antlers and teeth, mobiles hanging.
And animal ribs and newspaper clippings about murders. And board games.
And board
games. And with all the murder clippings, there's the chili dog coupon in the middle, and that's all they see. Almost Homer Simpson-like. Just everything else is blurry, but they can see the chili dog coupon.
It's like no expiration date.
All right, bonus.
But
the guy who used to live here must have been an archaeologist with all the bones.
So it's inferred that this cabin maybe belonged to the hillbillies that were involved in the Memorial Day massacre. But I'd still find it hilarious, though, that if that's the case, they still had the board games.
Yeah, the board games stand out, and it's
yeah. They didn't have good good cable or internet.
Yeah. So they got to play.
I understand their excitement. Like, you know, if you bought a cabin sight unseen, like it is trashed, you're right, but just like that's a raw palette. Like
they're working men.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like, we got it for a steal, got it at auction or something.
Yeah, the biggest
I'd
problem
be stoked
is
too.
the proximity to a swamp. I'm like,
Yeah.
the cabin's not the problem. It's the mosquitoes.
Yeah,
that's true. The bog.
Yeah, swamp in the middle of like I don't know, Tennessee or Kentucky. There's not.
That's
good.
why I don't understand all these horror movies, especially recently, that take place in a remote cabin. I would not care how many ghosts there were if I could go spend a weekend at a remote like lake house.
Yeah.
The ghosts would have to throw me out by the end of the
Are
weekend.
you telling me no one can get a hold of me? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some blood that comes out of the tap and the furniture floats. I don't give a shit.
So yeah, after let's see, after they check out the place, they start cleaning it up. Meanwhile, the teens are smoking pot around the campfire. Chad takes a hit off the joint and then a hit off his inhaler.
Almost aggressively. I wrote that down.
I was like, is that
a
supposed
strange flex?
Is that supposed to get you higher? Like, what is that about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just for dramatic
breathe it
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because back then, badasses used inhalers. Kids.
All the kids were inhaling.
Chad contains multitudes.
Inhalants?
Yeah, he does.
Histamines.
So he tells them the story of the Memorial Day Massacre 20 years earlier. A bunch of college.
That's why everyone remembers it.
Yeah, to
Should've
the
done
day.
it on a regular day.
The #1 song in the country was "Pump the Jam" by Technotronic.
I know. And they cut it off right before because I will attack, and you don't want that.
That's right.
By CNC.
You know,
yes. So much. Ka-ching! The CNC
Get your
music.
booty
It was
on the
quite
dance
effective.
floor. Make my day. That's all I got.
I'm pretty sure that's where they built the Miami Sound Machine. It was in that factory.
It was on Electric Avenue, right?
Yes, it was, I believe.
Chad knows this is 20 years to the day. He
Yeah.
is the child of the spoiler alert. He's the child of the murderer people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the child of the one survivor.
So it's
Yes,
well,
who we thought was to tell the tale, but
yeah, but was actually
dun dun dun.
What
were you saying?
But like, so does he know this because it's his 19 and 3-month birthday or something?
I think he just knows the date that it happened. It was the day that his dad was quote unquote murdered. I think he just has that date memorized.
Yeah. Weird that he's in the woods.
It's
Anyways,
weird that he'd
I
go
won't
there.
think too much
It's weird
into
he'd
it,
go
but yeah.
camping there.
He's
Yeah.
the closest thing to a villain in the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You think he'd be like, let's go to the beach in Florida?
He's on the less written about villains journey.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
He descent into madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it all started with the weed and the inhaler.
It
The
starts
gateway drug.
asthma is a gateway
To villainy.
So
Yeah, I heard Hitler had to sit out in gym a lot.
Yeah. That's where Thanos was the first 12
Yeah, he
movies,
didn't have
catching
his
his breath.
He's all.
Genghis Khan was an infamous asthmatic.
Well, so was Darth Vader, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Famously.
True.
Wow, look it up.
What? No.
Reptilian asthma truth.
You know what I love about
Let's go.
what no one talks about with Vader is the fact that when that mask comes off, he speaks with a normal human voice. He doesn't require help to speak. He speaks just fine. He has that voice for effect only. He decided he wanted to sound like that.
That's awesome.
I think it's to counteract the wheezing, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if I just breathe like that and talk like a normal person, no one's going to take me seriously.
Right.
Well,
I better
the
sound-
emperor wouldn't let him have an auto tune.
No, I wonder if the Emperor
Hello,
had
Sydney.
a little stylophone that he could just control Vader's voice.
Vader's like, I am unbreakable.
I am your father.
Bring me the princess. I want her alive.
That's a pretty good auto tune now. So, all right. He finishes telling them the story. They decide to all go skinny dipping in the lake. Spoiler alert, they do not go skinny dipping in the lake. They apparently don't know what skinny dipping is.
It's a huge plot hole. No, we do hear a character say, "I'm not taking my clothes off," as they run to the lake.
Fair enough.
Chloe does take her top off.
Who's Chloe?
One
of the other two?
Chloe was the blonde with the stripper shoes.
Oh, who was smoking cigarettes the whole time.
Yeah.
I see.
Who was way too into cigarettes.
Well, they calmed her
He was
down.
addicted.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think Chad had more problems. Let's get off Chloe's ass.
We cut to a bit later.
Common addiction.
Tucker and Dale are fishing. Chad is trying to hook up with Allie, the main college girl. She's not into it. She heads off to the lake to go swimming. She takes off her clothes and climbs up a rock a little ways away, and she's spotted by Tucker and Dale as they're fishing.
Oh, I'm sorry. She climbs up a rock and then takes off her clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who does that?
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea. Oh, college kids.
College kids making bad decisions.
She is arguably the smartest and the dumbest one out of the group.
Yeah.
She is on both ends of that spectrum somehow.
Because they're young.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
But they're idiots. All of them are idiots. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's a smart person in this movie.
Well, Tucker and Dale are the closest.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hits her head when she falls in, gets knocked unconscious. Dale
She's startled because Dale can't live with himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's uncomfortable that they're looking at her. So he says Tucker's name, which I love. He's like, when you see a college girl in her underwear, do not yell my name.
I really like this sequence though, because you see them wait and they drag out the time and they go, she hasn't gotten out of the water
He
yet.
doesn't come up.
Yeah, this it's a very real timed situation. There's not a lot of like realism in this movie besides the like gore.
No.
I guess.
The bog set they were on was funny. Those reeds kept sort of just wanting to fall over.
Yeah, so well, and like the time jump, like we just jumped to nighttime all of a sudden, I think, because they're like, well, we're on a set now and it's night, so go with it.
Right. They didn't set up camp. So I guess that joint just wrecked them.
They did start a fire though.
Yeah.
At least.
Or did they? I mean, was it maybe always burning since the world's been turning out?
Maybe. Maybe.
Answer and precaution.
Maybe they didn't start it.
So, all right. The Dale dives in to pull her out of the water. The other college kids see this, assume that she's being kidnapped, and
having her face cannibalized.
Yes, and they just run away screaming.
We got your friend.
Again, it's a Three's Company.
It really is. Yes.
I think he was eating her face. He's doing secret.
They tell Chad. He decides they're going to go after them. Tucker and Dale take her back to the cabin. We cut to the next morning. Allie wakes up. She's initially frightened by Dale, though they end up becoming friends, and she realizes he's friendly and didn't, in fact, capture her to torture her.
He made 2 breakfasts for her.
He did. Yeah. And also,
I do love the pancakes. It's the pancakes. You don't like pancakes. That's probably the funniest single line in this movie to me.
And the ongoing thread of like they're not putting off a weird vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't think that it's because she's creeped out about being murdered because he would never hurt a fish.
Yeah. He would.
So it's got to be the pancakes. It's got to be the eggs.
Right. They're unaware.
I love it.
They're unaware of how people see them as like their social strata.
Vice versa.
So she has breakfast. He explains to her that they rescued her when she fell in the lake. Meanwhile, the college kids are creeping up on the cabin. One kid runs off to get the cops, while the others
That was Mitch.
Okay, Mitch runs off to get the cops, while the others make a plan to
I'm
try.
with everyone but Chad, though. Like,
Yeah.
no, you don't let one person in a situation like that. You let one person take the vehicle and just go.
Yeah, like that's
no.
I mean, honestly, they all should have gotten in the car, gone and got the cop, and come back. That would have been the best thing to do.
Yep.
Then the cop would have arrived and been like, "Hey, do you have a girl?" And be like, "Yeah, she's in there eating breakfast," and that would have been the end of the movie.
Yeah. Well, yes, but Chad.
But Chad,
diabolique.
It's in his genes.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
He's got the murder genes.
Bugle boy jeans.
So
are those murder jeans you're wearing?
They send the stoner dude in to sneak up and see what's going on. At that moment, Tucker accidentally upsets a hornet's nest with a chainsaw, causing him to run menacingly out at the kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Chuck that went back to town. It was Mitch who initially walked up to the cabin.
Mitch was the stoner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Mitch.
Yeah. The Mitch flees only to impale himself on a tree limb. There's a lot of people not looking where they're going in this movie.
Yep.
You would have to run and fall so fast to impale yourself on a tree.
It was pretty sharpened. I did look, but yeah, you have to be going
really fast.
Really fast.
And not be spatially aware of the limb at all.
Yeah.
To maintain the speed, you know what I mean?
Even
if you saw it at the last minute, you'd see it and
like kind of
you'd
go
have
up,
to
like
just
maybe,
keep going.
Maybe it would like hit your shoulder and like rip open your shoulder a little bit or something. But yeah,
it got him in the eyeball, right?
No,
right through the chest.
Oh,
you have to be completely unaware of it all the way to the point where it's all the way through you already.
Well, and
because you're moving, you have to keep moving forward.
We're talking about a horror movie. The one instance of someone getting stabbed in the chest in a movie where I'm like, oh God, that feels real, is still The Shining to me. Because he swings a full axe with a full swing. Anytime we see somebody get run through in a movie, it's like, wow, they're like the strongest man alive. They stabbed that guy right through the breastplate or right through their
sternum.
Sternum. Thank you.
Yeah.
We forget that in horror movies, everyone is made of Jello.
Yeah,
that's
true. Yeah,
they're all made of that ballistic gel from what was that shit? Mythbusters.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Let's see. Tucker arrives back at the cabin to find Dale and Allie playing Trivial Pursuit. Well, a generic Trivial Pursuit knockoff, anyways.
More ambling. There's no real pursuit to it.
Yeah. Yes. Information tracking.
Just before Tucker gets back, Dale and Allie are playing, and Dale's winning handily because he remembers weird things. He's not smart, but he remembers everything.
He has an eidetic memory.
But she they start talking, and she wants to get a bachelor's. She's trying to get a bachelor's degree in psychology. And she says the thesis statement of this movie: so many of the major problems and conflicts in the world are caused by a lack of communication.
Yeah, that is every issue in this movie.
Was her arc a rewrite? Because the weird psychology major thing, as those came into play, I was like, wow, I'm glad that this happened because it's hilarious, but it is out of left field both times that it happens.
I mean,
what?
I think
because her saying it in this moment and then her saying it later when they sit down across the table. Yeah.
I mean, I think it was. It definitely seems like it was a second draft thing, maybe.
Having her not do that, she is just a vessel for Dale's feelings.
Yeah.
I think it's important during the scene with Chad, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, he tells his story and everyone's like, kind of, okay, thanks, Chad. You know, you think you have the most dramatic story in the share group. Everyone's like, all right, cool.
Well, yeah, and it makes that seem more natural. Because if he had just started talking like that, it would have been crazy. It makes that funny, too. Yeah. That's a good point.
So, all right, yeah.
It also gives validity to her seeming like the most reasonable one.
Yeah, she is. Well, and
We don't
it gives
like
her,
Mitch. I don't think is in. He had coveralls, like he was a mechanic. Like we don't necessarily know what each of them did, but she seems the smartest of.
she
the
seems the
lot.
smartest
point.
and most capable. She's the most level-headed. I mean, she's clearly like the only character that has more than one trait.
That's what it is.
She's the it girl, except for her clumsiness, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the third biggest name at that time, probably.
Yeah. So Tucker tells them he saw Allie's friends. They go out to try and find them while Allie waits at the cabin. Meanwhile, the rest of the kids find the dead stoner, Mitch. They find dead Mitch. They hide.
All right, real quick. One of the funniest, part of the funniest bit that I found in this movie was Tucker goes to grab a beer and pours it all over his face to alleviate the bee stings.
Yes.
And
That's
then I'll wait for the second beat.
Yeah, it becomes a runner. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they yell for the college kids. Just yell, college kids.
Yeah.
Hey, college kids.
Right. It becomes threatening, but it absolutely is not.
Yeah. After no response, they decide to leave a note carved into a log.
I'm gonna have to, and the college kids watch it.
And it's just, we got your friend.
The misspelled friend. Too.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's just trying to be.
Oh, he's abbreviating.
Concise.
It takes a lot of time to chip out a message into a log.
But
with a
also,
hatchet.
they don't know the kids are
Shorthand.
there. Like, why do they think the kids are going to find this one log?
Well, they found the hatchet.
Oh, that's
Nearby.
true. Okay.
They're like,
fair
oh,
enough.
they must be around.
Yeah, okay. The kids, of course, take it as a threat. They sneak back while Tucker's putting dead tree limbs into the wood chipper, and Dale's digging an outhouse hole with the help of Allie.
Shitter hole, Thoreau.
The crapper hole, the shit hole.
The outhouse hole.
That is not how you dig a hole to shit in, by the
No.
way. For folks watching at home, this is not how you want to do it. Also, it's way too close to the place they're staying.
It is. It's very shallow and wide, which is not what you want.
That's how you fall in the hole you're shitting in.
Yeah. Yeah. Why isn't? I understand if there wasn't an attached bathroom or plumbing, but why hasn't a shithole been? Why didn't that cabin come with an outhouse?
It's probably full of
You may
bones.
not have wanted to use it, but I'm just saying.
So the previous hillbillies just shit in the woods like bears.
Like bears or the Pope.
I wonder if there's actually a Babel document that says the Pope has to go in the woods. Just to shit in the woods.
Shit in the woods.
You know they do it just so that it can be done.
They lift up their dresses. I'm sure they shit wherever they want.
Yeah, do you think like a cardinal helps?
Just walking along. They just
Cardinal. I'm a cardinal.
Yeah, woodpeckers help too.
Yeah.
I assume
Bishop.
that
I'm a
the
horsey.
Pope is waited on by cardinals and bishops only.
Sure. Yeah, they have a whole.
Can't
it's
be
like
touched
the
by
Boy Scouts.
normal people.
More gold.
And sometimes blue jays.
Oh.
They're cute.
They are. Those are cute. They're smaller than your average bishop.
All right, so the kids arrive. They decide they're going to attack them in order to try to save Allie because they think they're making her dig her own grave. And
the suicide pact theory is hilarious.
Yes, one of them.
It makes perfect sense.
Why else?
Why else
would you
they
run
do
it onto a spiked log?
Why else would you throw yourself headfirst into a wood chipper?
Yeah. Those two guys are not off pace.
Yeah. So one jumps headfirst into the wood chipper after Tucker leans down at the last moment. Again,
wood chipper.
If you're not, don't run directly at the wood chipper. Come at Tucker from the side, so the wood chipper's not directly behind where you're running.
So those two were Todd and Mike.
Todd and
Mike. Okay.
You're
reading it like fallen soldiers that don't get recognized. His name was Todd and Mike.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Yes, same thing.
He had bitch tits.
Todd. Sorry, Todd. Todd died.
I have erected a memorial to the fallen college kids. I've etched it into a log with my hatchet.
Hey,
Mitch,
college kids.
Todd, Mike, Zeppo.
Yeah. So then
Al made you a gravestone.
So then, just as Dale accidentally knocks Allie unconscious with the shovel, the other kid impales himself, and then the remaining kids run away into the woods. It's not good to get knocked unconscious, kids. By the way, like it's not like you don't wake up and like, oh, you've got brain damage.
Yeah, if you get hit hard enough to fall asleep, you're not going to wake up feeling good.
You're not going to wake
it's like
up
when your computer flashes, you can't get Control Alt Delete to do anything. It's just wow, 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 wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's what people knocked out look like.
Right. And they're you're not going to really ever be the same. Like,
yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a turnaround for a lot of head injuries.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You can come back from
do.
a concussion, but a hard concussion you might not come back from.
Well, if you watch, if you see any fight type videos, professional or otherwise, there's the punch that knocks them out. That's pretty bad. But it's always
it's hitting the mat.
It's always hitting the pavement, the mat, the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
People be punching everyone out here.
To your point, Throw, who's the leggy gal? Who's the it girl, Al? Allie. She hits her face on a rock the night before. So she has been concussed twice now.
Yeah. And,
smartest.
And they wrapped her in bandages, but there was no blood. There was not an abrasion.
They may have put an ice pack.
Yeah. All right.
At this point, Chloe, stripper shoes, she gets covered in Mike's blood from the wood chipper.
Right. Yes.
Which was hilarious. He's just like standing right at the wrong end of the wood chipper.
Right, both of them. Which is funny because even if it wasn't blood insinuating, it was wood.
Yeah.
He was still standing in the way.
I was going to say, is there a right end of a wood chipper?
Yeah. It's always the business end, no matter what. It's a wood chipper.
I don't know if you've ever seen a wood chipper in action. They're loud as shit.
Sure.
You do not want to be near them. I'd be like, no. You run to the wood chipper, man. I'm going to stand over here and smoke cigarettes and look good.
Right. Tucker
Tucker had to be on World Star.
The ear protectors on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, he was smart enough to know how to stand next to a wood chipper,
chucking things in. You don't even
hearing.
Get close to it.
Another element of the realism that hillbillies work with heavy machinery. They're familiar. They know that there are some safety precautions that are worth it. If they were shooting a gun,
even the side
protection.
Yeah, I use a very small pedestrian version of one. My backyard. It's not a Reaper scythe.
It's good for your back if you're doing a bunch of work on a giant, multi-acre field.
Yeah. Even in the back, once the weeds turn to hay, or straw rather, just whack them. It's much easier than cutting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I mean, you can't take a lawnmower to that shit.
Oh no. I have a weed whacker, but under it's gravel. So
yeah.
Anyways. So me versus gravel.
This became an old man talking.
I know.
I've gotten okay. I've gotten so many pebbles to the shin from edgers. Like
yes, I know.
All right, so
can't do yard work in shorts in the Southwest.
Fuck
folks.
No. So Dale takes Allie inside. Tucker and Dale figure out the kids are in a suicide pact. And trying to kill Allie too. They decide they have to clean up the dead bodies as it looks suspicious. So they did commit a crime here by trying to hide the bodies.
Well, they start committing. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Everything up
by
to
association, there become situations where,
intent to commit a crime.
Negligent.
They are caught in the act of pulling a body out of the wood chipper, and that seems like a humanitarian thing to do.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, that being said, yeah, they're preserving what's left for the funeral.
Yeah.
They don't touch the other bodies.
Well, yeah, they understand the innate importance of a human
I suppose
I don't know.
I suppose if they were
actually,
I suppose if they were actually interested in destroying the evidence, they would have put the rest of it through the wood chipper.
Yeah. Yeah. Their intentions are pure, I think.
So
I don't think they fully figured it out, but like Tucker says, like try explaining it out loud. You know, like, there's no way where we don't sound. Now, of course, the cop pulls up, dead body in hand, but then Dale tries, and he's right.
And
sounds like a moron.
And the start of the joke. What are we gonna tell them? Hey, officer, we've had a doozy of a day.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of what they do.
No, he literally says, well, officer, we've had a doozy of a day.
Doozy of a day. I'm never going on vacation again.
So, all right. Meanwhile, the kids are in the woods. They all want to leave except Chad, who wants them to fight the hillbillies. Just then, Chuck arrives with the sheriff.
Sorry. Chad's line. You guys are all a bunch of fucking pussies, a few tiny murders, and everybody just freaks out.
Yeah, he's instant.
He starts tipping.
Yeah, we know at this point, we already know he's the villain.
Villain's journey.
Yep. They all get in the patrol truck except Chad and head off to the cabin to get Allie. They arrive to find Tucker and Dale with the body parts from the wood chipper. They explain to the officer what happened, but he doesn't believe them.
Sorry again. He's heavy for half a guy.
Yeah. And it's just a nice little touch of like, I can't. Is it Dale that drops the leg and Tucker just keeps holding it? Reverse it. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, Tucker drops it. Dale just keeps holding the whole conversation.
Until the point is like, I'm gonna put this down.
I'm gonna put this down now. Is it more incriminating or less to be holding the leg?
Right
at this point.
I love it. So they go inside with the officer to check on the unconscious Allie as the cop leans, though, on the broken pole and gets impaled through the head with a board with nails in it and staggers outside to die. Let's see. One of the other guys takes the gun.
Chuck
takes the gun out of the holster and accidentally kills himself with it.
No, you got to take the safety off. It's on the side.
Dale's helping him.
Oh my God. Tucker and Dale. Chad runs up, takes the gun. Tucker and Dale run inside to hide. Chad threatens to kill their dog if they don't come out because they got Jenkers.
Well, he runs out of bullets because it's a revolver, and then he threatens to kill the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, as he's about to shoot Dale, and it's all click.
Yeah. So, but like, I don't think they know he's out of bullets.
I thought maybe because he was like, because it saved his.
It felt like a bluff.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
This character also went from being obviously the villain to like second only to Hitler.
Yeah, he's gonna kill the dog.
He points a gun at a dog.
Yeah, a one-eyed dog who's sweet as shit.
Yeah.
Who is actually Rivers Cuomo in the band Weezer.
It's the entire
in
band.
a dog costume.
The entire band's in there. Yeah.
How do you shoot that? A lot of people.
So all right. Let's see.
Dale's line. If you shoot my dog, I swear to God, I'll be really mad.
Yeah. That's so sweet he is.
He's so sweet.
He is.
They're like, oh, I'd eat your face off.
So Tucker comes up with a plan to go out the back door and rescue the dog while Dale covers him with a nail gun. They do so, but Tucker ends up, while rescuing the dog, he gets himself captured by the teens who knock him unconscious. He wakes up hanging from a tree, and Chad cuts off 2 of his fingers.
Dick move. His bowling fingers.
His bowling fingers.
Yeah, I felt that. That would suck. If you told you can't bowl anymore, I don't do it that often, but I love it when I do.
I love that the bowling thing comes back too. It's not just the one-off joke on the bowling fingers.
Yeah.
The nail gun. That's not how nail guns work. They need a compressor. Just to gripe about the realism of this movie.
They had a compressor.
They started it up.
They really? Did I miss that?
Yeah. They got the engine running and everything. Yeah.
I must.
I thought it was funny that they went through. Now you don't. There are some you don't need a compressor anymore.
But yeah, they started up the compressor and everything.
Oh, that's fair. There is the electric one. What is that? Wire season 4.
This was 2010, but yeah, they took the time to show you that they hooked it all up.
I take it back.
They had
Because
a lot of
removed.
gasoline.
This movie is
there.
airtight.
Yes.
They had a lot of gasoline in tanks.
They
so it
did.
The wood chipper
and a lot of moonshine.
chainsaw.
They had a lot of flammable/inflammable.
I should have put that stuff away.
But
everything
yeah,
can
totally.
be accounted for in a, got to have a compressor for the nail gun. They're fixing up the house.
They had the fuel for the compressor, the generator, whatever they needed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, wood chipper runs on gas. The chainsaw was running on gas. That's why it didn't just have a kill switch. Like that's why I was waving it around. It was a gas powered one. You got to turn it off.
You know what I realized just very recently? Leatherface was just a dude hanging out on his own farm. They kept coming to him to die. Like he wasn't going after.
It was every time it was a home invasion.
He's just trying to do laundry.
Yeah, like they kept coming to his farm. He wasn't going out finding the teens.
Yeah. He never was. No, he couldn't drive.
I'm just trying to dry my damn sheets.
Yes, they were all
Kids
like
keep
home
running through
invasions. Except whichever one Dennis Hopper was in, and they made chili.
Back at the cabin, Allie wakes up. Dale tells her what happened. She insists there must be a big misunderstanding. There's a knock at the door, and they yell for them. Allie goes outside, sees the carnage, and finds the package that Chad left on the porch. She brings it inside, and it contains Tucker's fingers with a note that tells Dale to come and try and get Tucker.
I love her reaction to just the melee outside, just the blood everywhere, half of bodies, and people stuck to trees. Because, yeah, we've been not boiled frog, but, like, seeing all of that at once is a lot of carnage.
Well,
that's a lot.
Dale was, like, really protecting her. He was protecting her from even the sight of what was happening.
He wasn't, he wasn't kidding. Like, he's like, you don't want to see it.
Your friends are crazy.
Yeah, no, he's really like, they're insane.
Yeah, it's so sweet. You understand why they fall in love.
Yeah.
It's not so artificial, even if she was just written to be that.
Yeah.
He endears himself to her.
Yeah, definitely. Dale goes out to find Tucker. He comes across him hanging from a tree, cuts him down.
Hey, sorry again. At the end of that scene, or during that scene, Allie admits that they thought they looked creepy for the first time. But then Dale says, I should have known that if a guy like me talked to a girl like you, somebody'd end up dead.
Yeah.
Poor Dale.
Oh, should have known. Common sense.
Yep. That's what I get for shooting my shot. The pre-purse size.
So meanwhile, the college kids sneak back to the cabin. Chad and one of the girls sneak inside to save Allison while the others keep a lookout.
That was Naomi.
Thank you, Al. I was about to ask.
Yeah.
They find
no, sorry. That's a really great bit, especially in a horror movie. Why are you whispering? We're the only ones here. And they're like, oh. We're no longer like sneaking. Yeah. That's great.
They find her unharmed. She tries to explain to them that it was a big misunderstanding, but Chad isn't listening. He starts splashing.
Just like a Chad.
Yeah, he starts splashing gasoline all over so he can burn the place down.
Stockholm syndrome.
They bring up Stockholm syndrome. Chad thinks she's in love with Dale. Just then, Tucker and Dale arrive. Allie convinces them all to sit down and talk while she makes some tea. We discover that due to his asthma, Chad is allergic to chamomile.
Well, then, just riles up his
asthma.
I love the tea moment, though, because it's such like just a pause in the movie. We're just going to everyone's going to sit. We're going to take a breather. We're going to drink some tea. Cigarette girl.
Earl Grey. I like Earl Grey.
Yeah,
cigarette girl.
Exactly.
Ooh, I want some tea. That sounds really nice right now.
This
moment to breathe before we get to the end of the movie.
Well, and like Al said about Dale, like that's adorable if it's true, and it's adorable if it's not true. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Earl Gay, I love that.
Yes.
He's just so sweet to her.
So she asks each of them to tell their side of the story. Chad tells them that at the Memorial Day Massacre 20 years prior, his parents were some of the victims.
Rock on the River, 89.
Yeah. His
I feel
dad,
like the only reaction should be, oh, that explains a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
You're the damaged goods out here, bro.
His dad was supposedly murdered that day, and his mother was captured and tortured and raped by the hillbillies before being rescued.
Everybody else just wanted to go up there and smoke one joint.
Yes, we're gonna smoke one joint, drink some beer, and
one beer.
Apparently, sleep in the back of this. Like,
but Chad's like, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah.
Allie's response to that was, "Okay, thank you for sharing with us, Chad."
That's the psychologist right there.
A very clinical response.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, you can't be like, "Oh, that's fucked up," like in that scene in Office. That's fucked up. So is today the worst day of your
life? Dale tells him he didn't have anything to do with the massacre. Chad still blames all hillbillies for his parents' deaths. While this is going on, the last two college kids sneak up and burst through the door, accidentally killing Naomi. Or not, they don't kill her, but they accidentally put the
weed whacker
through her face. Yeah.
That was Jason.
Oh, yeah, Jason.
And Chloe stripper shoes.
That's right.
My father went the same way.
Chad attacks Dale, and the cabin gets lit on fire. Dale, Tucker, and Allie.
Chad throws a lantern.
Yeah.
In this tinderbox of a cabin.
And then after he had splashed gas all over the place, but then Chloe throws the moonshine onto Jason after his pant leg starts on.
You shouldn't do that.
No, my doctor said not to do that.
Yeah. So
yeah, don't do that. Don't keep your gasoline by your drinkable gasoline.
Yeah.
Drinkable gasoline. I know what I'm labeling my next batch of moonshine.
Tucker, Dale, and Allie escape the explosion, and Allie comes to the realization, I'm a terrible therapist.
No, and Dale is immediately like, no, you're not.
He is a supportive and sweet man. Also, what was her name? Weed whacker girl? Naomi. She tries to get Chad to save her, and he's like, "Get away from me, you ugly bitch."
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest lines in the movie, too, because it's crazy. Because she just got weed whacked in the face and is alive and is crying out for help.
Yeah, and Chad's like, fuck you. Yeah. No, Chad's gone full on at this point. There are no limits.
You're the only one without empathy.
You were pretty a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is now full on frat bro, I guess.
He's like, he dropped from 10 to 4 in like no time.
Yeah. He's gone full skull
but
and
still
bones.
A 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a New York 3, but an isolated cabin 4.
So Chad survived the explosion. He comes out with half his face burned off, trying to murder them all. They run to the truck.
Wait. He takes a shot of the asthma medication.
That's right.
And it pumps him up. It's Chad Spinach.
Yeah.
It is.
They
Chad Spinach. That was my favorite emo band.
Chad Spinach. They drive off in the truck, although Dale does not watch the road, and they drive smack dab into a tree.
Yeah.
Dale's knocked unconscious. He wakes up later to find Tucker injured, leaning against a tree. Tucker tells Dale that Chad captured Allie, took her off to the old sawmill to get some cider.
Get some cider.
Wrong mill.
He's like a Bond villain at this point, too. He steals the girl and keeps the guys alive.
And ties her up
for later hijinks.
To slowly get killed by the sawmill thing.
Yeah. That's a Looney Tunes cartoon, which it's been a
Chad
slow
watched
building
a lot of cartoons.
Looney Tunes cartoon. Yeah.
And took them seriously. He thought they were documentaries.
Yeah.
Right down to the safety on the gun, like how many times that like Daffy would run to the other side and help Elmer do one thing or another and then get back in front of the gun. Just it's a cartoon.
So all right. Yeah, Dale is feeling discouraged. Tucker gives him a pep talk. And so Dale heads off to find Chad and Allie. Not Kate and Allie.
I don't want any more negativity. You're smart and you're strong and you're not as ugly as you think you are.
Was the fishing story too? We used to talk about catching fish. And you would always get the smaller fish.
Frogs. They'd catch frogs. And he'd lick them, and it made me feel funny.
I told you I let you catch more frogs, but no, you were just quicker than me.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's pretty quick for a big dude.
Yeah. At the
You gotta go after what you want.
he's like one of those guys, like those big dudes that can do like a standing backflip. Like,
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. The Chris Farley, the Belushi, like they're larger than life and giant, but they think they're small.
yes.
You know what I mean? They have inadequacy. Yeah, inferiority complexes, as Tucker tells Dale. You know,
At the
that big character's a delightful character in life.
Yeah.
It's just like, look around. You can take what you want.
At the sawmill, Chad ties Allie to a log and sets her to slowly die, Bond style.
Through the sawmill.
Dale arrives and rescues Allie, fights Chad. They run and barricade themselves inside an office upstairs, where they discover news clippings that reveal Chad's mother had been raped and his father's one of the hillbillies responsible for the massacre. Not one of the victims.
So you got like a Jason Voorhees kind of like twist.
Yeah, this like the psychology thing feels like a second pass. Like we gotta figure out a way to make him the villain in a way that ties into the story.
Right. Why did he descend to madness?
Yeah.
I mean, they all took a hit off that joint. Why was he the only one to go crazy?
He can't just be a mean frat bro.
Yeah.
He has to be
no. He tipped over.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason. Like there's something that,
yeah, it's hard to claim insanity when you tie someone to a log.
Just slowly.
The prosecution's going to be like, that feels real meditative to me.
Like
did you have to cut off his 2 fingers?
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he tied.
I was crazy then.
He tied her to a log. Are you using the whiplash defense in court?
Yeah, the Snidely whiplash. Whiplash versus Tennessee.
Castle doctrine defense falls apart when you start tying people to things.
Yeah, if you take the time to do that. Not insane. There's a little bit of time
on film twirling his mustache. There's
no evilly popping his collar.
Oh yeah, that popped collar, by the way. That was some peak 2010.
Yeah, very very cool Kanye.
Yeah. So Chad, upon being told that his dad was a hillbilly, becomes enraged and rushes at Dale, but Dale throws a box of chamomile tea in his face.
They had to set up his kryptonite.
Yeah. He has an asthma attack, convulses, and falls out a window, apparently to his death.
Chamomile's a wildflower, right? It's a flower?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's a little white flower.
Pollen, probably has histamines in it, like any.
Yeah, makes sense. The police and the news crew arrive.
Does it?
But does he have allergies or does he have asthma?
Well,
he has asthma.
If he inhaled it.
Asthma G's.
Yeah, allergy-induced asthma attack. Okay, I'll
I'd like to point out that Dale knew the Latin name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he knows stuff.
True.
He's good at remembering facts.
He's trivia man.
Yeah.
He's also practically intelligent, as we see.
Yeah, he's not dumb. Dale isn't dumb. He's just uneducated.
He doesn't know how to dig a poop hole.
So. As he thinks he is. Yes. That's the thing. She already says earlier, education and intellect are different. And that's true. Not every smart person can afford to college. A lot of dumb people go. But
very true.
But yeah, it's like Al just said. He's not as dumb as he thinks he is. Convinces himself he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Nothing he does is stupid. She hasn't come up yet. We better try to save her life.
That is, I guess, the minor theme of this movie. Because the college kids are all dumb.
Yeah, the college kids are straight up dumb. So all right.
Fodder, the wood chipper fodder. On the memorial that they erect one day, all of their names will be seen.
They all have stars in the
Naomi,
lobby of
Bobo,
the college students.
Tito,
Mitch.
yeah,
Jason.
in the
Headquarters.
in the common room.
Fallen college students.
in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
I'd put it on the quad.
Yeah.
that's what I do.
So the
Blast.
we see a news report. We see the reporter and cameraman from the beginning of the movie reporting on it.
About to get killed.
No. I don't think they're about to get killed because all the cops are there at that point. It seems they came back later.
Okay, that
When
makes sense.
at night when no one was around to investigate further on their own.
Oh, I see. And that's why she was goading him on.
Yeah. So Tucker's watching the news report in the hospital. We see he accidentally got one of the girl's fingers.
Chloe's probably.
Chloe, yeah.
How did her fingers get disconnected from her body?
I mean, she was blown up. I suppose it could have been a straight finger.
Maybe an investigator just.
It's weird it fit on just right, though.
No, it's his finger that's been painted. That's what's so great.
She had man hands.
The nails.
She was the man hands. Friggin' lobsters.
Fake boobs and man hands.
That's a Steinbeck novel.
Fake boobs and man hands. As American as fake boobs and man hands.
Oh my God, that's so apt.
So all right. So Tucker asked Dale whether he managed to ask Allie on a date, and it turns out he did. They're gonna go bowling.
Okay, sorry. So I forgot the second part of the joke. When Tucker got his fingers chopped off and made his way back to the cabin, he poured beer on the fingers.
Yeah.
And then here he finally gets a beer. Dale brings him a PBR in the hospital.
Well, I think it's funny. He's heard that, like, you're supposed to pour alcohol on a wound, but he's pouring beer.
Right. He thinks it's an antiseptic, but
They've got
the
a perfect.
opposite. There's sugar and wheat and yeast.
Yeah, it's the yeast that'll get you. They have a perfectly good jar of moonshine.
Right. That would have actually probably.
That's an antiseptic.
Yeah. That would have.
I don't know. Germs. I think he's just, like it. I bet he does that. The way that light beer is just. I don't know.
I think
when it's really hot, I could picture that character out on the
light beer. Light beer is like 4.3. Like that, you might as well just pour that shit on everything. It might as well come out of a hose.
Well, guys like that, they buy it by the case, the flat.
I feel like we don't get a lot of character development for Tucker, right?
Yeah.
I think the underlying theme of Tucker is that he's probably hammered the entire time.
Yeah.
The whole
Maybe
time.
He's not as smart as he
And I like when he's hanging upside down. He's like, now, if you kids cut me down, I'll take you back. I got a cooler full of 8 to 10 beers.
8 to 10 beers, ice cold. It's perfect.
As a young person, you might have had me. I'd have driven a minivan. 8?
Yeah.
8 beers?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So later that night at the bowling alley, Dale encourages a fellow hillbilly to go talk to some girls.
BJ is the hillbilly. He describes Allie. He says, that girl's got an amazing set of bowling fingers.
Arthritis.
In both hands.
Huge tracts of land.
Dale and Allison confess their feelings for each other and kiss. And the other hillbilly accidentally knocks the girl out in the background.
And then throws her over his shoulder, right?
Drags her off.
Yes.
I don't know if it was over the shoulder, but also this is where Dale gifted Allie the safety helmet.
Oh, that's right.
that
Yeah,
was cute.
gave her a helmet.
She's always getting
Like,
TBI.
you should wear this all the time.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
And
You want to be a psychologist. Protect that brain. She's like, you know what? Maybe the talking dinosaur you see is right.
So credits roll, and that's the movie. Yeah, it's just fun, good, start to finish. I don't really have any unanswered questions.
No, I hadn't seen it in a while. It holds up just fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a few gripes. The dude at the bowling alley isn't really connected to the story. We're just like, oh, hillbilly, he must be their friend. I would have loved for the movie to open in the bowling alley, and to not like post credit scene the what's it called, the news people.
Yeah,
but like have the news people come after this scene like during the credits or something.
Yeah,
I think it was just that Tucker was in a hospital bed, so they had to have somebody do that bit.
That's a good point.
Interaction.
Too, he's still in the hospital, and now Dale's on his own.
It might have been something that would have happened between them. Dale talking Tucker into talking to a girl would have been interesting.
So now Dale has the confidence, and he's bestowing the wisdom. He's trying to bestow the confidence onto
his own hillbilly friends.
Yeah. But
Padawan.
I feel like the
Padawan,
hillbilly Padawan. The news thing I thought worked at the beginning, because it was like a Blair Witch kind of feel.
Yeah, it was playing into the trope.
It gave you that like that feeling that maybe this movie wasn't a comedy.
Yeah,
for a second.
Yeah, I mean,
they have to do. They had to.
Yeah.
Set that up.
I know this gets compared to Cabin in the Woods from time to time, as far as like that kind of late 2000s, like
the misdirect type.
Yeah.
Misdirect.
You think it's a? Sorry, I'll go ahead.
I've seen it compared to Cabin in the Woods quite a few times, like that. It's in the same kind of vein. I mean, obviously they're very different movies, but
they're very similar in the sense that they are both centered around a cabin.
Literally a cabin.
No, but Al's gonna say go.
Just poking fun at horror movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Misdirect on the tropes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
This movie's not nearly as thoughtful as Cabin in the Woods.
No,
Cabin in about those.
No, they're not direct comparisons, but you think you're watching a horror movie at an isolated.
Yeah,
location.
Cabin
directly, but it just location.
Cabin in the Woods like was literally marketed as a straight horror film, so like people were genuinely surprised at that
twist.
There's no way to think Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a straight ahead horror movie.
And at the same time, Cabin in the Woods holds up in a way that this doesn't as a horror movie, because this is just a gory comedy, whereas Cabin in the Woods, by the end of it, you're like, oh.
I don't know how we got on that.
But
you can't compare those movies. They're not.
Yeah, they're so different.
Cabin in the Woods that's a smart movie, man.
Oh fuck yeah.
This is a very dumb movie.
This is an entertaining movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Like I said, it's a Three's Company.
It's a lot of fun.
Blood.
And if you guys, listeners, you do want to hear us do one more horror movie this month, $1 a month is all you need. Throw us a buck at patreon.com/harmlessentertainment. We're going to be doing Drag Me to Hell. That should be
a Sam Raimi joint.
Sam Raimi did our fourth Sam Raimi movie we've done. It'll be 4 out of 5 overall, but
we did Bubba Hotep also, didn't we?
That's not Sam Raimi. Spidey 1, 2, and 3,
and Darkman.
This will be our 5th. 5 out of 6. Wow.
Oh, did he
a lot
direct
of Sam
this
Raimi.
one? I thought he just produced it.
No, he directed Drag Me to Hell. This was the last movie he did before Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, wild. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. It's apparently a movie about menses. So as far as I can tell, that's what everyone says. So that is on our Patreon. That should be coming up within a few days. And next week here on the main feed, we're back to Harmless Phosphorescence. We're going to be watching 2020's Arch Enemy. Yes, resounding silence.
Is this the Vin Diesel one?
Is this what?
Is this the Vin Diesel one?
No, this is
It's Joe
Manganiello.
Oh yeah, we get
Jojo.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah. No. Bloodshot was a few weeks. Bloodshot has already been released. That was out. Yeah, this is Joe Manganiello. That's next week on Harmless Entertainment. Until then, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This has been your host, Thoreau Smiley, and I'm going to go dig a shitter hole.
I'm Josh Cece, and they hate my face.
Go back to hell where you belong, you freaks. I'm Brian Lesh.
There ain't nothing up here but pain and suffering on a scale you can't even imagine. I'm Alaric Weber.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.